What's up, guys? So I'm back with another video, and in today's episode, I just have to give a quick shout out. This build truly and honestly would not be possible without some amazing help and support from companies and people that are just wanting to be a part of this build and see kind of the vision that's going on and offer to help. And one of which is Battleborn Batteries. I've partnered up with them and am so excited to represent them. These batteries are amazing. I've heard nothing but good things, so I'm really excited to test that out for myself. They have totally kitted me out. They've sent me 400 amp hour batteries, a 3,000 watt inverter, and a slew of other really cool things that are gonna make this battery bank pretty special and unique. So to be honest with you, I am no good at electrical. It scares the crap out of me, and so I'm actually putting this installation in the good hands of Dan here at Talus Gear. So he's gonna help me with that install and get this thing just buttoned up and perfect and working like a dream. But he's gonna run through some of the cool little components that we have here that is going to be installed into the camper.
Hey everybody. So like Kristen said, we do have the Battleborn batteries. That's kind of the core of what we're building off of. The 3,000 watt inverter is also our shore power charger. That's gonna allow us to run the cooktop. And then we have different outlets places so that the one wheel can get charged and whatever else, laptops, that type of thing. Obviously it's important to have solar. So we've got our Overland solar 160 watt solar panel, as well as the controller. And then Bluetooth dongles, so we can actually keep track of what everything is doing from Kristen's cell phone. Second alternator controller, we've got voltage controllers, and then all your little components that distribute the power out into the camper. So we've got USB ports going places, we've got 120 outlets, anything we need to do to be able to take those Battleborn batteries and apply that power to everything that Kristen's got going.
So there you have it. Yeah, that's a big project. This is a big undertaking. We've got this nice little cubby we've built just specifically for the battery bank. Everything's gonna be just in one spot. So without further ado, we're gonna get started on that because we got a few hours ahead of us. So let's go.
So we made a battery holder, tie downs two of the batteries, which were having to be orientated on their sides due to fitting in a inverter on top of it. So I built this battery box, pretty rudimentary and unexciting, but it holds it all pretty tight. Everything's all lined up. They'll slide in from either side. And then I've got a couple of basic tie downs that are just going to be put in and bolted down. In a second we get everything lined up, get the battery tie downs to where they need to be. Then with some basic small M5 bolts, we'll just thread those in, and that way everything is going to be held in place and solid. So when the vehicle is bouncing around, nothing is going to move and it will be kept in place. There. Okay, so now that they're in there, they're nice and solid. They can't move around. They can go bouncing around.
Pretty cool. All right, so here it is, all finished, wired up. Now that the interior of the camper is complete, got the wiring complete, and the system is running officially. It seems a little bit chaotic. There's a lot of wires going everywhere and every which way. Dan did his best to try to keep it tidy. That tidiness sometimes just doesn't quite work out, and it doesn't look Instagram perfect like some of those impressive wiring build, but it works. So it functions, it works. We've got a lot of safety features in order as well, which is pretty cool. Hopefully no electrical fires or anything like that, heaven forbid. But I thought I'd run you through a little bit of what's going on, so you can kind of know what the system's up to. So we've got those 400 amp hour batteries. Those are lithium ion. They actually have self-heating elements in them, so if they hit a certain temperature, the internal heating element kicks on, which is pretty cool, so it saves those batteries. The 3000 watt inverter, which is stacked up on top. And then we've got a master on-off switch, so should I need to do any sort of electrical work, or should something bad happen in the lines and in the system, you can shut that off and it kills power to everything, which is awesome. Really cool. Got the 12 volt fuse panel, so that's pretty much everything inside of this camper. Hopefully it blows a fuse before it starts a fire or anything like that, so that's that guy. I've also got the 120 volts, so those are the 110 outlets. I've got a few of them in the camper. I even have one external of the camper for charging the one wheel, and then there's one in the cab too, which is really cool. I also have the option of a 24 volt, so should I need to convert a 24 volts to a 12 volt, I actually have the capability to do that. Previously mentioned, there's a solar controller by Victron, so that's running the solar panel up on the roof down to here. And then additionally, I've got two DC to DC chargers. They're 30 amps each, so making it 60 amps. And that's pulling from the alternator up in the engine bay of the truck, coming back here and charging the system. If that doesn't top it off, it's also got shore power externally, so if I get to a friend's house or a campground or somewhere that I can plug in and have power, I can charge shore power and recharge the system that way. So one way or another, recharging the system, which is great. Now I know a lot of people are probably wondering and scratching their heads as to why in the heck do I need 400 amp hours of battery for such a small and tiny thing, or a 3000 watt inverter. But the primary reason for that is because of my induction cooktop. I am 100% electric at this point. I don't have propane, so I'm running an induction cooktop, and that does draw quite a significant amount of power in and of itself. So in addition to that, I'm also charging my laptop. I've got that one wheel like I mentioned, all of my camera equipment, that's drones, that's the camera, the GoPro, and then all of the little things, you know, I gotta run lights, I've got a water pump, I've got a diesel heater, and yeah, you know, all that just adds up and draws power. So seems like a lot, but when you live on the road full time and then you have some of those big draws like the induction top, you know, it's just, for me, in my mind, it was better to have more than enough power than not have enough and be, you know, disappointed and sad that I can't turn my lights on or something like that, you know. Pretty impressive that all of this fits in this tiny of a space, you know. Once this panel goes up and away, it's completely disappears. You would have absolutely no idea that there is that much battery bank happening back here. So it's pretty cool, pretty slick, and I'm pretty stoked about it. Again, I can't thank Battleborn enough for the opportunity to represent and to run their system. So far, I love it. No complaints. They have great customer service. Anytime I've had a weird question or something didn't quite work, you know, you give them a call and they say, this is what we would recommend. And it's been really great to work with them. And so, again, super grateful and honored to be a part of the Battleborn team. I'll be sure to put some links in the description below. Check them out, guys. If you've been considering it, I really do recommend it. Also, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm no electrical genius by any means or any stretch of the imagination, but I'm happy to try to answer your questions if I can. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna put this away. You can kind of watch the process of just, I guess, putting on some screws and some bolts and making this thing disappear. Okay. I know it's gonna get asked, so I'll address it just really quick for you guys. This is bonus content, so you're welcome. What in the heck are these 4 things? And what the heck is this thing that I just added on there? Okay, I'll show you really fast. This guy is my stealth sleeping platform. Swings up, bolts into places on both sides, and then I just stay. And then I just move the cushions into place. This is just a fast example. And I'm able to sleep in here if I need to. The reason for doing this is maybe I'm in a situation or scenario where I don't want to put the top up. I don't want to be super obvious. You know, I've had a couple of times where I've been in a city and I just needed to get a quick bit of shut-eye. I can crawl back here, set this up, be completely stealth. No one knows I'm even in here, and I can get a little shut-eye. It's worked. I've tried it. It's super cozy, but in a pinch, it absolutely works. So that is what this is.